Well, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. If you're still drinking coffee, now would be a good time to come through and join us. So we said 9 o'clock. You all thought we were joking, but we did mean 9 o'clock, and we are about to start. It might just be me, but I get the distinct impression our numbers might be a little bit depleted. Like maybe about 70% of the people that were here yesterday are going to be drifting in over the next few minutes. We've got a few more coming in from coffee. But just a quick check. Who was in bed by 9 o'clock last night? Nobody. Okay. 10 o'clock? Do you know, I am full of admiration. So you are the star of today's conference. In fact, if you want to take over, feel free. 11? Okay, that's kind of moderate. You know, you're a bit dull, but that's not bad. 12, midnight. All right, you guys are sort of kind of party people. No one, obviously, did 1 o'clock. Yes, they were. Okay, 2 o'clock? 3 o'clock. Okay, there's one guy there, 3 o'clock. He's still holding a cup of coffee. Congratulations. You should talk to this guy here. Learn some sense, really. Okay, it's the second morning of the 10th Digital Innovators Summit, and we've got a great program this morning. Yesterday, we heard from superb stories from Quartz, Washington Post, CNN, all of them about, if you like, the return of editorial, a return to the fact that great journalism generates revenues and generates profits in a way we haven't seen for years. And interestingly, if anyone saw the Times of London this morning, main headline, global brands shun Google. And what the story says is that Volkswagen, Toyota, Tesco last night joined more than 250 companies that have suspended advertising with Google because the internet giant, after it apologized for failing to crack down on extremism. So as you all know, global brands have been running programmatic campaigns with no interest at all in what we used to call editorial environment. Do you know, we're just getting the impressions, we're getting the click-throughs, we don't really care about how the ads look and what their environment is. Well, it turns out, in fact, they do care. And the editorial environment is making a comeback, which fits very nicely into what we heard yesterday about the investment in quality journalism and the fact that that does pay off. We're now seeing major advertisers also beginning to think again about a policy of we don't care where it appears as long as someone sees it. We're seeing a return to an interest in an editorial environment that supports the values of the advertiser, not by necessarily agreeing with it, but in terms of being high quality and serious journalism. So today we're going to carry on in the same mold. But before I introduce Jeff Ramsey, who's our first speaker, a few reminders. First of all, the Wi-Fi is still out there, so it's free. Just look for telecom. Hashtag DI Summit. Do please tweet, feel free. And if you've got a question you want to ask and you don't want to stand up, tweet it using that hashtag. I'll see it and I'll ask it for you. And a couple of things to note, particularly today. We're going to have videos of all these sessions available about 5 days after the end of the conference. So don't feel you have to write down and photograph absolutely everything. If you miss anything, it will be available for you to see online. And we'll also, again, be using today the Pinery polling tool you saw yesterday. So don't delete that URL. Well, numbers have increased simply by the act of beginning to speak. I won't find out from the newcomers how late you were, but the traditional DIS embarrassing audience participation moment is about to happen. So steel yourselves, and I apologize in advance. Are we all ready?
Yes.
Good God, that is possibly the worst I've heard in 10 years of doing this job. That is either deeply disappointing or massively impressive, because you've all been on the rum and I really rather admire you. Are we all ready?
Yes.
Hey, that's immensely more like it. I'm hugely heartened by that.